Running at full speed, 3,500 RPM, the laptop cooler can get my GPU down to about 33 degrees Celsius. That's pretty loud. This is how I've been running it at 800. You can barely hear it, but you can still hear it. At 800 RPM, this temperature had been climbing up around 36, but it was still several degrees cooler than without the fan base running. This unit also does feature lights in multiple modes. I run it without any lights, but here are lights. This is a green light. So this is purple chasing green. Multiple colors chasing one another. Orange, turning to green, turning to blue, going to white, over to pink. Now we're to orange, to green. So that's another color changing mode. Here we've got kind of a bright orange. So there it's flipping from one color to another, cycling through. Yeah, that's distracting. Blinking mode. It's blinking blue. This is a solid green. So again, a bunch of different lighting modes. You can turn off the lighting just by holding down the light button for a couple seconds. That's how I normally run it, right there. Lights off and 800 RPM. The way this cools the computer is, I'll just lift up the base here. This 17-inch gaming laptop here that I'm using. So there are the ventilation holes on the bottom, and basically that's just a fan sucking up through the bottom and blowing it into this compartment. Then this soft foam seals it in. Of course, you have to make sure that you don't block your vents with the way you rest your laptop onto the foam. So I had to position my laptop further forward than many would be. And it does have, the unit does have some clips that are built in right there that can stand up and hold the laptop from in front. But again, for my laptop, that would have partially blocked the ventilation and the back and then defeated the purpose of the unit in terms of keeping that gaming laptop cool. That's it.
Going to just do voiceover because this was initially when I opened this package, but I did a better recording on a different camera and I'm unable to get the video off of the camera. This thing, my first impression was that it's huge. I just wanted the kind of fan I could take to a coffee shop, plug into my laptop, and that would keep my laptop cool, my MacBook. But this is, obviously it's a gaming thing, so I knew it was going to be different from what I expected, but I was actually surprised by how large it is. Came packaged very nicely. I wasn't sure what all this insulation was for, and it turns out the ring, the bigger piece on the outside of the insulation, sits on the top of this piece, and you'll see in a minute it's 2 pieces of insulation. I'm not sure what the other pad is for. I guess I'll have to find out, but I didn't see anything in the manual about it. So that outer ring sits down in that frame, and the manual tells you what to do with it. It doesn't really say which way goes up, but it's just cushion around the edges. I don't know if it keeps the cooling right on the laptop so it doesn't escape out the sides. I'm not sure. So there's a power cord, and there's 4 little things that pop up that you set your laptop on top of, and the 2 down towards the keypad hold the laptop so they don't slide down towards you. So the laptop rests on top of that, and these 2 hook over the base of your keyboard so that it won't fall down anywhere. I could not figure out the buttons at first. There are USB, so you can plug it into like this, and then use an USB cord to plug into your laptop to power your laptop, which is kind of cool. It also has multiple heights, so these legs flip open and then they flip open again, although they were very difficult to do the secondary flip open to make the laptop sit higher up off the ground. I had to fiddle with it and then figured out how to do it. The color, I do fiddle with it for a while because all I can get it to do is multiple colors, and one of the reviews did say that you can do no color if you would like. Could not figure out how to do that until I realized you have to hold down on the mode button for the colors for them to turn off entirely, because they are quite bright. These buttons, they're not push buttons, they're not touch buttons, so you're holding or slightly pressing to get them to do anything. The light is really, really nice, and the fan is very good. It goes to a very high RPM, which is quite loud, and you can also turn it down quite a bit to cool without quite so much noise. So overall, I like it. It's not something I can take to the coffee shop, which is where I do most of my work. But I'll find a way to use it here in the house. I know there's times when it'll come in handy. But definitely for gamers and not someone like me. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. You see me here futzing with the buttons because they didn't respond to touch. They didn't respond to pressing to click. I don't know. They were strange, but it does get easier to use them. It's just, I don't know. It's almost like the buttons on the front of a refrigerator, sort of, where you don't. I don't know. They're a little odd, but eventually they do work. It comes with an extra filter and a manual, which is nice. And